Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm doing a week review video on a bunch of new Maybelline products that I picked up. I featured them in a haul video that I posted recently on like new products at the drugstore. So I'll link that haul video down below if you haven't watched it yet. But yeah, if you haven't seen one of these week review videos for me, I use these products for the very first time on my face. And then sometimes I come back with a check-in at the end of the day. Sometimes I don't. In this video, I am going to come back with a check-in at the end of the day. And then at the very end of the video, I come back a week later and give you a full review on all the products. Like let you know if I change my thoughts about them from, today. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and jump in. The first thing that I am excited to try out is this Maybelline Dream Velvet Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation. And I picked up the shade 15 Ivory. And I also picked up this Dream Blender. It's supposed to go with the foundation. And I had one of you guys on my haul video say that I would like throw this thing away like immediately. Like you said it wasn't any good. So that makes me even more curious to try it out. I always love reading your all's comments. You guys always leave like great comments. With this little sponge thingamajig, it says that you're supposed to dab a small amount of the foundation onto the blender, and then it says, pro tip, before use, wet and towel dry blender for lighter coverage. So I guess like in a sense it's kind of like the beauty blender. I'm going to go ahead and take it out of this package and just kind of see if I want to wet it or not. Just kind of see how the sponge feels. Yeah, it feels like so much different than like my Real Technique sponge or the beauty blender. Like it feels real like dense. So I probably will get this damp to see if I can get it to like expand and maybe get a little bigger, because I feel like this is going to be kind of hard to use on the face. So I went ahead and dampened this thing, and I also went ahead and dampened my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge for backup in case I absolutely hate this thing. But yeah, it's not like the Beauty Blender at all, or like that Real Technique sponge. Like it didn't expand much. It still feels like super hard. So yeah, I'm probably not going to like this thing. With this foundation, I have squirted some of this on the back of my hand before and blended it in like whenever I did that haul. But it's just a very like thick, moussey type of foundation. And whenever you go to like blend it in, it feels very like smooth. Almost like a primer type of feeling. So I'm going to go ahead and start to, well, it says to put this on the sponge. So let's do that. I'm just going to dip some of this foundation into the sponge. And I'm going to go on this side of my face first. And we're going to see how this goes. Okay, yeah, this sponge is definitely really bizarre to work with. It just feels, I don't know, just like really hard on the face. It's not soft at all like the Beauty Blender. I mean, it's not doing like a horrible job at applying the foundation, but it's just so tiny that you can't really blend a very large area at once. And I don't really feel like it looks super blended. Like you can see like the spots like where you press the sponge. So yeah, this thing does suck. I'm just going to go ahead and use my Real Technique sponge for the rest of this. So I'm just going to dot this on my face over here and over here. I'm going to like blend that out so that looks better. I'll just go on this side first. Okay, yeah, the Real Technique sponge works so much better with this foundation. Though I will say with this sponge, it definitely made it more like full coverage of the foundation. So maybe that's why they designed that sponge with it. I don't know, but that sponge basically is pointless. I do like the coverage on this foundation. Like it's nice. It's like a light medium coverage. Like it's not super full coverage or anything. The finish looks really nice on the skin too. Now I'm just going to go back over some areas, and I also need to put some on my nose just to see how this, builds, if it's a good buildable foundation or not. Yeah, I feel like it builds nicely. It doesn't look cakey. And I'm just going in with my concealer, and I'm using this the Superstay Better Skin Concealer from Maybelline, and this is in the color Light. I really like the way this foundation looks. Like, it is a matte foundation, but it doesn't look so matte that it makes your skin look dry. Like, it just looks like skin. You can tell that you have foundation on, but it doesn't look cakey. I felt like it was super easy to blend out. So yeah, I really, really like that foundation. Next, I'm going to use this product, and this is the Master Contour by FaceStudio Face Contouring Kit. And this is in light to medium, and it has a contour, a blush, and highlight. So I'm going to first go in with the contour color, and I need to get a contour brush. Okay, so I'm just going to go in with my Real Technique Sculpt brush. It does come with like a little brush, but like these types of things are just like so pointless. I don't even know why companies put those in there. And I'm just going to go in with this color here, the contour shade. I'm just going to contour. Like, it seems decently pigmented. Get my hair's out of my face. And I just realized I didn't set this foundation with the powder, so I may need to do that. So yeah, let me do that real quick, actually. I'm just going to use my L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder to set this foundation. And then I'm just going to take a little bit here. I'm going to take a little bit up here on my hairline. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the blush color, which is this here. Okay, yeah, that blush is pretty intense. It's a really pretty pink. I'm going to have to go back in and blend that out because I've got a little too much product. Guess I'm kind of surprised at how pigmented it was. It's a really pretty pink color. I'm just going to go in with my e.l.f. Kabuki brush and just kind of blend that down. And then I'm just going in with the highlight shade. The highlight is kind of powdery. I didn't really notice that with the other colors. And I'm just going to put this on my cheekbones. It's a very subtle highlight. It's a nice color though. I do like it. And then I'm just going to take some right here on the tip of my nose. Like, I mean, it is decent. Like, it is a decent highlight. Like, it's kind of in between like an intense highlight and a subtle highlight. I feel like back in the day though, this would have been an intense highlight, but I feel like nowadays, like, highlights are so crazy intense that this is just kind of like a medium highlight. I really like this. I was surprised by this actually. So I feel like this is a good little like palette thing from Maybelline. Next things that I picked up these Maybelline Color Tattoo up to 24-hour concentrated crayons, and I picked up Bronze Truffle and Gold Rush. So I'm going to use these two today. And I also picked up this Prime+Smooth primer, which I feel like this primer is probably not the best to use it with these since they're supposed to be long wearing anyway. But I'm just going to use the primer on one eye, and then I won't use it on the other to see if it makes any difference with these things. And I'm also going to use some regular eyeshadows in combination with this, so we'll just see how that goes. And I'm just going to put it here on my right eye. It does have like a little bit of a shimmer in it, so I was kind of curious to see if it would change like the color of matte eyeshadows. Like, I feel like it wouldn't. I don't feel like it's intense enough for that. And I know I had one of you guys like comment and say that it doesn't change the look of matte eyeshadows at all. The little brush on it is pretty nice. It's like a flat doe foot type of applicator, so I do like that. I'm going to go in with this gold color first, and I'm just going to put it here like on the front part of my eyelid. Turn my lights down because I feel like they're super bright. Okay, I don't really notice a whole lot of this color showing up on me, at least on this prime side. I'm just putting it like here on like the first half of my eyelid Let me try it on this side. Okay, I feel like maybe it is showing up a slightly better on the unprimed side. So I'm just going to go in with my Milani Brow Fix Brow Kit, and this is in the color Light. I'm going in with the medium shade with my Sigma Tapered E40 brush, and I'm just going to brush this here. Now I'm going to go in with Bronze Truffle, which is the bronzy color, and I'm going to put it on this last part of my eyelid, the other half. I really like these. I'm surprised. I didn't really think I'd like these crayon things all that much. They had like a really pretty pink one, like a light pale pink. Makes me want to like go back and pick up that one. The last Maybelline product that I picked up is this Maybelline Master Fix by FaceStudio Wear Boosting Setting Spray. And you guys know in my haul, I was like so excited to try this out. So I'm just going to go ahead and mist this on. Okay, yeah, I wanted to make sure that it was like, because you know like the first time you use something, it usually has to be like pumped up. But I did spray it in that haul video, so I guess that's why I already had some product in there. I do feel like that made the foundation look a little more like dewy. That's like the main reason why I love makeup setting sprays. It's just it just makes everything look a little more natural. And you know, with makeup setting sprays, they're supposed to help your makeup last longer. So we'll see how this holds up. First initial impressions of everything, like I really liked everything that I used today except for this little sponge. This thing is dumb. And I totally agree with whoever left that comment on my video saying I would throw this away because, yeah, this is going to go in my crap products bag. I'm going to need to film another one of those crap products videos for you all soon because I have some products that I've built up that I don't feel like are very good. So yeah, let me go ahead and show you guys the time so you'll know how long it's been before I come back. So if you look on my phone, it is 11:01. Alright guys, I'm back and it's now 4:25. I wanted to update you guys real quick before I went out to dinner with Josh. What is my hair doing? I changed my shirt because it's not very warm out and that short sleeve shirt just wasn't going to work. But yeah, to update you guys on this stuff, I really like the way everything's holding up. Like the eyeshadows like on both eyes are holding up really good. And I feel like the blush and highlight and contours all looking really great. The only thing I would say is that this foundation is getting dewy. It's not like super dewy or anything like that, but it is getting a little more dewy. And I have noticed that it has like worn off like around my mouth. I did touch up my lipstick, but I can tell it's like worn off around there. And it does look like it's kind of worn off like right around here in this area. So it doesn't seem like a super long wearing foundation. I will come back like later on tonight right before I go to bed and like update you guys one more time. As you can see, it is 8:37. This makeup, it's not like a super long wearing makeup and it did get more dewy throughout the day. The blush and I feel like the contour is kind of worn off too. Like, I mean, you can still faintly see it, but it's not like super intense like it was earlier. So it's not like a super long wearing like blush, contour, and highlight. But I mean, like when I came back later this afternoon, it was still on pretty good. I feel like the eyeshadow looks the same like on both eyes. So I don't know if like the primer made it last any longer or not. It didn't crease or anything, and I mean, I think it may have faded slightly. So yeah, I don't know. The things aren't like super long wearing except for maybe like these little crayon things. So yeah, we'll just see how I feel about them over this week. If you look on my phone, it is March the 23rd. I'm back and it is now March the 30th. So it's been a week since I filmed my first impression part to this review of all those Maybelline products. And I have to say I was a little disappointed in some of these products over the week, and I'll explain. But the reason why I was slightly disappointed in this is just the longevity of this foundation. I find that after 5 hours of wearing this foundation, like 5 or 6 hours, it does tend to start wearing off, like around your mouth, like kind of on your nose, and just like anywhere where you're going to touch your face, like here on your chin, jawline. Especially like after you eat or something like that. It's just not a super long wearing foundation. I do like the way it looks right after you apply it, and I find that it blends out super easy with like a beauty blender or like the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. Like it's super easy to blend out. It feels really nice on your skin. Like it doesn't feel drying like some matte foundations can make your skin feel. My skin is more normal to dry, so I didn't have any issues with it like clinging to dry patches or anything like that. I would probably just give it like a 3-star rating, just because, I mean, it's nice, but it's not as long wearing as I wish that it was. I was actually a little disappointed in this too over the week. Like I like the concept of this, and I feel like you get quite a bit of product, you know, in each little spot, like each little section. But just like the foundation, I didn't find that this was super long wearing. Like I felt that throughout the day it slowly just wore off, and by the end of the day you couldn't really tell that you had blush on or like a contour, or it was just like real faint. So yeah, I really like the colors. I just wish that the longevity of this was better. So I would give this 3 stars as well, just because of the longevity. I like this to make your foundations look more dewy and luminous, but I don't find that this makes your products last any longer. I mean, that's like the purpose of this, is to help foundations that aren't super long wearing to wear longer, and I didn't really find that it did that for this foundation. I have to say, like, I like my L'Oreal makeup setting spray better than this one, and my e.l.f. makeup mist and set. I even like this Wet n Wild setting spray better than this. So I would say out of all of the drugstore makeup setting sprays that I've tried recently, this is definitely my least favorite, and I would probably just give this 2 stars. I did really like this product. I did find that it made my eyeshadows last all day long. I found that it kept them from creasing. I mean, my lids are pretty much normal, like they're not super oily. So I don't usually have issues with like eyeshadow creasing. I know I've told you guys that before, but I do have issues with like my eyeshadows like fading off throughout the day. So this did keep my eyeshadows on. And I also found that this eyeshadow primer is moisturizing. Once it sets up though, like, you know, it's not going to crease or anything. I didn't find that it made my eyeshadows, like matte eyeshadows, shimmery. I was a little worried about that since this had shimmer. I didn't notice any issues with that. So yeah, I would give this 5 stars. This was probably my favorite thing out of all of the Maybelline products that I tried out this week. With these crayon things, these, I don't know, they're not really anything special, honestly. I do like the bronze truffle. Like, I think it's a pretty color, and I think like it's a good product to just throw on for like every day. It's just, you know, kind of low maintenance. But I don't find that these are as long wearing as the Maybelline color tattoos that come in like the little pots. And I just don't find that the colors are as intense as those. So, I mean, out of the two, I definitely like Bronze Truffle better. Like this Gold Rush, I just didn't really find that it was very pigmented. Like, I don't know, I just didn't really care for it. So, I know that some people might really like these, but I don't know. I would just give these like 3 stars. I just don't find that they're anything like spectacular, anything like that. Let me know down in the comments if you guys have used any of these products recently and what you think about them, or if maybe there's some other Maybelline products that I didn't pick up that you guys really would recommend to me. Just let me know. I love reading your comments and seeing what you guys have to say. But yeah, if you're new, please don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye. Mwah.